Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Kamen Rider Black RX. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright. Very exaggerated, stretched out pose. That's what I'm going for this time. So you bent over like that. This arm this way, this arm this way, and I'm just going to have him with his hands out in his mighty stance, and his, holding his hands up, his fists up in defiance and rage. I'm just kidding, not rage. He's a Kamen Rider. He's not angry. And we're going to do the old fly and jump thing. I don't know. There's just something about that I just really like, and so I've been tending to make them, move, but also I can fit more in that way too, because in this size, the legs would be hanging way off the page. So this way, I can do it, and his legs don't fall off. So yeah, so that's why we're gonna do it like this. Alright, there we go. Looking good. It's going to fit like that. And also, it looks to me like this is where the whole belt thing started, because this is just a normal looking belt. And what I mean by that is, after a while the belts became toys. They became like, hey, we need to make sure that we make some money off this and design a toy to go with his belt, something we can make money off of. And so they started making these really cool like toy belt things. So anyway, if you're into Kamen Rider, you know all about it. So the point is, I don't see one on this character, so it looks like this is where it all started, or this is afterwards, I guess, because I don't see it on here. I don't see a marketable toy on his belt. This is purely costume and design, which is pretty crazy, right? Back when it was all about design, costume, and not making money. Then they figured it out real soon. Like, wait a minute, if we do this right, we can make some cha-ching off of this and make some money. Hey, it's in there right. That's good for them, Everybody's enjoying it. You can make some money, pay the bills, and still continue to do what you do what you love, and get paid for it. Heck yes, you do it. You do you. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Ooh, this is kind of all over the place. My drawing, not him. I didn't solidify a few things here, and so it's everywhere. But that's okay. I can make this work. Alright. Okay, so let me define a few things here. It seems to be working. Alright, so I'm going to draw this hand real fast, and then we can finish up the face and get going. I guess I do got to press a little harder for this, doing the side of the hand there. And just need to define a little bit. There we go, that'll work. Okay, I think that'll work there too. So let me draw some kind of grasshopper head. You know what it is? I'm hungry. That's what it is. That's why I'm all over the place. I'm super sketchy today. Super sketchy. And I can feel it. I'm in a rush. I want to get going. I want to go so I can make me some dinner. Okay, the lines up like this, lines up like that. I think that'll work. Yeah, that should work. Again, I'm kind of all over the place with my lines, so I'll be defining a few things as I'm going. I just got to make sure I've got my positioning right, which I can do. I can do this, it's all good. Okay, there we go. So let me erase some of these lines, because I've got quite a few sketch lines in here. And we'll welcome everybody that skipped. But mostly I need to erase. See where I end up. It took me a lot of sketch lines to get here, and sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes you don't see it. You know, you throw your lines down, and as you start to see it, your lines get thicker and more confident. These weren't confident. They weren't confident lines because I wasn't seeing it. Just because I'm hungry and I want to go eat. But I started this, so I'm going to finish it, and then I'll go eat. All right. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm going to welcome everybody that skipped over to the Sharpie portion and get us all going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, but left myself enough of a ghost of an image that I can guide my Sharpies on this little Sharpie adventure. And I'm going to start with the, I don't know why I'm needing the eraser, because I don't need it. I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line widths much easier, and it should guide me to where we're going to be. So, maybe, or should I go with the big Sharpie? Nope, let's go down the face. Let's just draw that line, and then that's going to guide us to where we're going to be. So I'm going to come down to here. That's going to be the little point of it. And then I'm going to go up and follow this. So I'm going to go all the way through, because the chin's going to be right around here. So I can guide myself up and then work all the way back to the top of the head like this. Come back down. Like that. Okay? A little thicker than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. I can make this work. Something like that. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the antenna. It's so thin that it's not necessary for a big Sharpie like this to do it, but it needs to be there. And I'm thickening up these lines just a little bit to try to make them closer together. Okay, and so now let's go ahead and draw his antenna. I'm just going to go boop out like that, bring it in super close. Same thing with this one. Try not to touch. If it touches, it's no big deal, but try not to. Okay, that'll work. I like that. I like that. So now I can draw for his eyes. I'm going to kind of start here and come back and do it like a loop. Okay, so we're going to connect it like right here. Come back, loop it up, and it's not going to be perfect, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm going to try to get him looking as good and buggy as I possibly can, but I'm okay with imperfections. So, you know, it's okay that it's not a perfect line or circle. Okay, so the same thing with this one. We're gonna kind of come down. I'm gonna move my hand a little bit for this. Oops, already messed up. See, no big deal. Uh-oh, see, that one's way off compared to that one, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. We're just gonna say it's a different angle. We'll do it like that, okay? There we go. Yeah, that'll work. I can live with that. So let me draw the outer edges of the head, and we'll just say he's turned a little. That's why, you know? And that'll also help guide us to what we're doing here. So I'm going to draw his mouthpiece like this, connect it down here to where we drew his chin. And then again, I'm going to thicken it up a little bit too. And it doesn't hurt that I'm thickening things up, because when I switch over to this other Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference with this one. You're going to see a huge difference in line width. And so I'm trying to match how it kind of looks, because I can control easier with this, but I still want it to look cohesive, you know, like it's all one piece. So, let's see, for his neck, it kind of goes into, it's like one piece, right? But it's not. It's like got, yeah. Okay, I see. So let me draw his collar like this, like the edge of it, just to help define our edges, where we're going to start, stop, and what is what, okay? So it's going to come back here like this. So it's going to come back here like this. Oops. And then I can draw his head. Now, because his head goes back here like this, we're going to draw this. Then I'm going to draw another layer like that. So it's like the cocoon-looking layers. That's what it is. It's like layers on his head is what it is. Okay. Okay. And also it helps to do stuff like this that I don't want to draw through that. So I can draw a thicker line and not accidentally draw through that like I would with that big Sharpie. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. Alright. Awesome. How's yours coming out? Awesome. Here we go. Alright, I like that. So I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie now. Let's see. And I can build it all in. Can you see more detail in that mouth? Yeah, a little bit. Let's do something like this. It's a little bit of that detail. That's all we can really do. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, ooh, what's that? Oh, I see. Okay, so this is like that. There we go. Okay, that's all we're gonna do for the head. We're not gonna go crazy with it because, you know, its color is gonna do a lot of this too, and there's only so much that we need to put in without getting super detailed and unnecessary for what we're doing today. So here, now I'm gonna draw his shoulders. His hands are pretty much just up in a fighting position. So I'm going to draw his shoulders into his armor. And so I'm going to come down here like this. And then his chest piece, we're going to do like this. And it's very defined. So we're going to go ahead and draw the lines out. And then we'll connect it with this, just to make it not so exaggerated, you know, a little subtle. And again, a nice complement of thick and thin. Same thing here. Let's go ahead and connect it with a smaller Sharpie, just to make it a subtle connection, so it's not such a hard edge. Okay. All right, so his shoulders are going to be a little up because of the way I have him. let me go ahead and draw. Yeah, let's draw shoulder like this, and then the big old shoulder pad like that. And again, it's raised up a little bit, so we're kind of gonna exaggerate the height of it because of the way it's raised up, because when you raise your arms, that part raises up too. And because his arms are lifted, we're only gonna draw so much of that bicep anyway. So I'm gonna come in and do like that. And that's pretty much all I can do because of the way it's bent. Let me show you why. There's his elbow, and there's his wrist. So you see, it's kind of over itself, so you can't really see as much. Okay. And here I'm just drawing some creases in the material because it's not armor, you know, it's cloth, or I guess a rubber suit. So we can draw extra little bends and folds from where it's got some give. Okay, oh yeah, and he's got that little wristwatch thing. And this, we're gonna have his hands and fists just up like that. So I'm gonna do this one from the side. I'm gonna draw his pinky. That's the more dominant one you can see most of. And then you can see the bottom of his hand, like that. And then the other fingers are kind of laying over, but the thumb is over all of this. So, you know, you can only see so much of it anyway. Okay. There you go. All right. Okay. Oh, and you know he does have an elbow pad, so let's that's why I made it kind of exaggerated there. So let's accent that. Okay, so arm over here. So same thing. This one's a little more forward at you. This is to the side at you, but this is more forward. But that still means we're only going to see so much of that bicep. We're only going to see it to about right there, and then it's going to take over what's in view and come down here like this. There's that front of that. Like I said, you're seeing more of it because it's more pointed at you. So I made it a little bit more dominant, a little more viewable. Okay, so same thing, we're going to draw some creases and folds, just bend that material up, just wrinkle it all up, you know. But it helps to make it come alive, make it different, you know. There we go. Okay, so same thing with this one, and we're going to draw this fist a little more. Let's see, let's draw it like this. There's the back of the hand. Pretty much the same thing, but we'll see a little bit of it. So let's see, we're going to do the pinky and a bend in like that, and then again we're going to draw the thumb. I'm going to draw it first so you can see more of it. So I do have it tilted a little bit more, so it's not exactly side. You're seeing a little bit more like that, okay, like that. I don't know why I put my thumb all the way here when I'm showing you how to draw. The same thing, you're only going to see so much of the fingers because of the way they wrap over and go underneath the thumb. Alright, so let me draw some detail here. A lot of these lines that kind of help define the stress and I guess stress of the knuckles of the hands in that kind of position. You know, because it's all stressed out and you got all kinds of creases and lines and all kinds of stuff, you know. Alright, so there you go. Okay, so for his chest, we're gonna draw the little hexagon looking thing. Why did I say cocoon? I don't know why. I just got weird bug stuff on my head. Not on my head, on my brain, thinking of it. So I don't have bugs on my head. Regardless of what the neighborhood kids tell you, I don't have bugs on my head. They're a bunch of liars. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm just kind of doing something like this to kind of define it. And then I was talking about this in the sketch, that it must have been after this that the toy belts started, because there's no toy belt for this one. And what I mean by that is, if you're a Kamen Rider fan, is they started becoming these toys that you can buy and build and play with, and they had these belts that you could, or still do have belts that you can buy and shoot off things and all kinds of crazy stuff. This one doesn't have it, so I guess this was before it all started. Okay, all right, so let's draw his legs. I got him in that old jumping position like I'd like to do. Let's define a little bit of a line right here. That's kind of bugging me that I don't have one. Okay, and I decided against this. Let's thicken that up. There we go. Okay, so I just have him jumping in the air, so I'm gonna draw his pants, and he's got I wanted to say rubber pants, but I mean, I guess the whole suit's rubber, but almost like underwear pants, because this part is separate from his legs, kind of like Superman. He's got that underwear over his pants, that's that kind of look. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to define just legs and then boots. Again, this is also back before a lot of detail was starting. We're going to draw the top of his leg like that. And there was not a lot of craziness and robotic parts in armor. It was pretty much a rubber suit. That's back when all this was. So I'm going to draw his leg like this with the knee pad like that. I'm going to bring it in. Going to come down to his ankle, and I got this leg just tilted back, exaggerated kind of, like this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close that off, because again, this is very exaggerated the way it's bent back. I'm going to draw his knee pad like this, and draw some stress lines over his the material's all bent up right there, so it's okay to draw a bunch of stress lines over there because of the way it's stressed out, right? That's the word, stress line, so I might as well just use the same thing. It's stressed. Okay, and again, this is a rubber suit, so there's not a lot of creases here. We'll do some like that because obviously it's bent, So same thing here. This leg's just sticking out down to the knee, and it's got the boot over the knee before the knee starts, really, is what I meant. So I'm going to come down like this. Here's where the knee is, down to the ankle. And this was just kind of pointed out in that classic jump-in pose. So you see in the front of the foot, the top of the foot, really. And now we're going to add some detail. Okay, so his knee pad is like this. And some stress lines. And then that little front like that. And then we'll draw the front of the shoe like that. So you can see at least the front of it, So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Kamen Rider Black RX. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures on how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.